US, UK, Australia expressed deep concern over Canada's allegations on India. All three countries not only have significant Indian diaspora but are also part of the Five Eyes intelligence alliance with Canada. While India has dismissed the accusation by Canada of being involved in the murder of Canadian citizens as motivated and biased, the United States, the Australia conveyed that they were deeply concerned, while Britain said that it was touched in iota over the serious allegations. All three countries not have significant Indian diaspora but also part of the Five Eyes intelligence alliance with Canada. Although the Washington Post reported that some of the few Eyes countries declined Canada's request to issue a joint statement on the findings of probe, the US and Australia are also India partners of the Quad group, countries which have involved the counter-Chinese influence into the Indo-Pacific. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced in the lower house of parliament on Monday that were credible allegations linking agents of the government of India to killing the Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a pro-Khalistan extremist in June. It also expelled a senior Indian diplomat who was reportedly the sensation chief of India's external intelligence agency in Canada. India described the allegations that Indian government agents murdered Nijjar in British Columbia in June absurd and motivated. However, close allies of both India and Canada seems to have taken the matter seriously. The highest rank official to react publicly was UK Foreign Minister James Cleverly. He tweeted, "All countries should respect sovereignty and the rule of law. We are all in regular contact with our Canadian partners about serious allegations raised in Canadian Parliament. Important that Canada investigation run its course and perpetrators brought to justice." I'm showing you also the tweet of James Cleverly. All countries should respect sovereignty and the rule of law. We are in regular contact with our Canadian partners about serious allegations raised in the Canadian Parliament. Important that Canada's investigation runs its course and the perpetrators brought to justice. In Australia, the spokesperson for the Foreign Ministry, Penny Wong, says Australia was deeply concerned by the allegation and told the country's SBS News that it believes that all countries should respect sovereignty and the rule of law. While stating the investigation was still going on, Australia went to step further and said that it expects concerns to India at senior levels. We are closely engaged with partners on developments. We have conveyed our concerns at senior level to India, said the Australian Foreign Minister spokesperson. The statement also took cognizance that it could impact Australia with its large Indian diaspora. We understand these reports will be particularly concerning to some Australian communities. The Indian diaspora are also valued and important contributors to our vibrant and resilient multicultural society, where all Australians will peacefully and safely express their views. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was meanwhile asked by reporters as to whether he regretted calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi the boss earlier. Albanese responded that the reporter needed to chill out a bit. White House National Security Council spokesperson Adrian Weston spoke in a similar tone of deep concern and on the necessity to bring concerned about the allegations referenced by Prime Minister Trudeau earlier today. We remain in regular contact with our Canadian partners. It is critical that Canada's investigations process and perpetrators be brought to justice, Watson said. Meanwhile, Reuters has reported that a British government spokesperson said on Tuesday, September 19, that it was in close touch with its Canadian partners about the serious allegations. It would be appreciated to comment further during the ongoing investigation by the Canadian authorities, they said. After the killing of Nijar in Canada in June, his supporters held a series of rallies targeting Indian diplomatic missions and set up large posters with photographs of Indian diplomats. When India summoned the Canadian High Commissioner in July, India Extreme Affairs Minister Jaishankar had also expressed concern about the activities of Khalistan groups in all four Western countries. We have already requested to our partner countries like Canada, the US, the UK, and Australia, where sometimes Khalistan activities happen, not to give Khalistanis. According to the Washington Post, Canada asked the five US alliance members to joint announce the finding of the probe, but some members, including the United States, had declined. Underscoring lengths the Biden administration has gone to avoid antagonizing India and called the Asian power as